Okay, today we're going to schedule a social media post, and we need to select the social media folder. Click on the file. Okay, now that's open. We're going to go for Plaster of Gold Coast Pros for this example. You'll see that we've got URLs there, so if you get stuck and you need to look at something, you just click on the link and find out some more information. There's a YouTube link too, but we won't be covering scheduled posts to YouTube today. We've also got the name, address, and phone number, and we've got a link to files for that particular account. Now we're going to hop over to Postoplan, so log into that, pause the video if you have to. Okay, now that we're in, we have a look at the calendar here, and we've got the dates. So we've got the 10th of the 1st. This is in an Australian configuration, 18th of the 1st or 19th of the 1st, which is the 19th of January. So let's say we're going to do a scheduled post here. So just click on that in the calendar for the 19th. And we want to select some accounts. So what have we got? If we have a look over there at Twitter, we've got Gold Plaster. So we want to whack one on Twitter. And we obviously want Plasterer Gold Coast Pros as well. So we'll scroll down and find that. You can also search for it. So there we go. So now we've selected two social accounts. You can see up here on the right. Now we click on the forward button. Now we can write our content. Now because this is going to be dual purpose, so it's also going onto Twitter, we don't really want to have lots and lots of characters. We just want something short. Obviously about 160 characters will do. We don't really need any more than that. We can also add, we'll add these hashtags in a minute. Now, we'll go over into the AI writer. For this one, we're going to use ScaleNut. We're going to go to the copywriter. So click over here. And we're going to look for social media posts, which is down here. So click on the social media posts. Now we type in the brand name. Well, the brand name is Plaster of Gold Coast Pros. And we're going to write a short description. Now what will we write? We do plastering, so we could say, hey, we have a great deal on this week with 10% discount on all plastering repairs to walls and ceilings. Call us today on. Let's have a look in the nap over here again. See what we've got. So there's the phone number. So you call us on for a free quote. Generate. And there you go. We've got all this content that's been created. It's not always perfect. Sometimes you've got to, sometimes you've got to change it around a little bit. But we can dual purpose this content. Okay, so let's just say if you wanted to write a 500 or 750 word information on or article for a Google business profile post, you can grab some of that content and copy it and use it, dual purpose it for here as well. Okay, so you write content for one thing and you write it well, and you can use it across all social platforms. It doesn't matter if it's copied word for word. It really doesn't. All we're really trying to do is put signals out there to come back to our website or to our Google business profile any way that we can. So we can just pick anything here. We offer free quotes on plastering jobs. Da 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 da. So let's just copy that as an example. We're going to put that in here. Now, other things that we can do in here as well is we can put, you know, the website address in there if we wanted to. All right. Plaster Gold Coast, which I'll put a section in here as well for the website, so we can put that in there. You could email us at plastergoldcoast.com.au, and obviously, put the phone number in there. If the AI doesn't generate it, you can put the phone number in there. Now, normally we'd have a Google business profile as well with this, so we'd also put the Google business profile link in there as well, because we want people clicking on that link going to the Google business page as well. But we don't have a Google business profile for this one yet, so we're just going to let that slide. Now let's put some images in. So we don't have to go crazy here. Put in whatever. Let's put this guy in. And we can add some hashtags here as well. I would not recommend doing any more than 4. 4 is the maximum. And that's how it's going to look on Facebook. That's how it's going to look on Twitter. Pretty good, huh? So you can see what's going to fit on Twitter. If you've gone over the top, it'll sort of cut things off. So that looks pretty good. Now we're going to go to the next stage. Oh, there you go. Look at that. We've gone over. See? Tiles we've gone over. So what we'll do is this one, we'll just get rid of. What can we get rid of? Let's get rid of the links. See if that works. No, still over. We offer quotes for all types of posting jobs. So what we can do is we'll go back and we'll find something. Let's just grab something that's got less characters and see if that works. So I'll get rid of that phone number. There you go. Right, so it's accepted it. Now we can schedule a time, but you'll see here, our analytical system has selected the optimal time for publication. This will increase your audience reach by an average of 25%. So it already knows when the best time of the day is to post this. So we'll just pick that. We're not going to try and outsmart the algorithm. Now you can even do a repeat post here, okay? So we can actually have this post being published, no end date. It can just keep going. So we can say, hey, well, I want this to go every Sunday for the rest of my life, right? But for this one, let's just say, hey, we'll just do a post, every Sunday until February, right? Let's just go a month. So now you've got a post that's going up and sort of keeping the algorithm going. I wouldn't probably go any more than a month with the same content. Otherwise, you might get flagged for spamming. But that's just going to post that up once a month, once a week for the next month. You can pick days if you want. You can pick how many times a day you want to do it, but I wouldn't go too hard. Just try and make it look as natural as you can, especially with Twitter, because you can get flagged for spamming. But anyway, we'll have that go out once a week for the next month. And that's basically it. We're going to schedule the post. There you go. So we've now scheduled that post to go up on Twitter and Facebook. And it's going to be a repetitive post that's going to go up every Sunday until the 3rd of February. You can go back and edit it. You can do what you like. So there you go. There's Postoplan. Now I suggest that what you can do is, you know, spend an hour or two and just play around with it. Familiarize yourself with it. Best thing I've always found is, press on buttons and explore and see what you can come up with. You can you'll end up being better than me at it. I haven't really used it that much because obviously I've been too busy, but just goes to show you how kind of simple it is. Now it's got photo editors in here. Um, you can edit your own photos, but if you're using Canva or Crello or whatever else, you can obviously just keep doing what you're doing. It's in beta stage anyway. It's also got an image generator, but I haven't really found it to be too successful. When I'm looking for stuff. So, but once again, you might be able to play around with it. It might get better over time and try and make things easier. So there you go. Yeah, you can play around with that and let me know if you have any questions.